On this video, I would like to continue working in Akkadian and especially in one of the laws of Hammurabi's law code. I have sort of taken a break from it. I'm doing quite a bit of work on Job, looking at each word grammatically in Hebrew, and also the book of Revelation from Greek. And so I've been doing some of that, but I'm back now to doing law number 257 of Hammurabi. And what I'd like to do is give the reading of the law, and I followed Borger's transliteration, and Borger has done a wonderful job on a number of works, but this is the one that I'm finding very helpful in my own study. It's in German, and I would recommend it very highly as a wonderful help when you're working through the code of Hammurabi. So basically, following Borger's transliteration, I give my own normalization. And I'm going to read the cuneiform and respond to his transliteration and then give it my own normalization. And this is law 257. We'll be looking at the Akkadian. And so we begin. Maybe what I should do, first of all, is to give vocabulary. We have shuma, meaning if, and awilum, meaning man, and ikkarum, meaning farmer or cultivator, and then agaru, meaning to hire, agaru, and then nadanu, meaning to give. We think of the Hebrew natan. And I think we will have some Sumerian here. And once we come to that, I'll talk about that. So reading then the cuneiform, shuma, if, and then awilum is the next series of signs. And then we have a Sumerian word, Engar, capital Engar is the next sign, Engar. And then the next one is Igur, Igur. And then we have 8 shown by the way it reads in Akkadian. It's sort of like you have the triangle and then a line. It goes 8 times, which means 8. And this is followed then by shegur. Shegur is Sumerian, shegur, and Ingar is Sumerian as well. And then we have in the next 2 signs, inna would mean in na or in, followed by mu one kam, Sumerian, mu one kam. And then we come to the verb, which would be inna ad di ishu, inna ad di ishu, or ishum, I should say. So looking at that now from my own normalization, having read the Akkadian, we read it then as follows. First of all, Shuma, meaning if, awilum, if a man. Awilum is used throughout here in the laws of Hammurabi. And here we have a nominative singular in awilum, nominative masculine singular. If a man, ikaram, ikaram, actually the text has ingar, capital E-N, capital G-A-R. That's Sumerian for cultivator, or we could translate it farmer. And the Akkadian then would read Ikaram, Ikaram. So if a man, a farmer, and Ikaram is an accusative masculine singular from Ikarum, meaning farmer. It's the Akkadian rendition of the Sumerian, which appears in the text as Engar, E-N-G-A-R. So a if a man, a farmer, and we put it in the accusative case because it is the direct object. So in Akkadian, it would come across as ikaram, am ending, which is your accusative masculine singular from ikaru, or ikarum, meaning farmer. So if a man, a farmer, hired, the next sign would be igur. Igur is from the root agaru, meaning to hire. It is a G stem, a G preterite, third masculine singular, from agaru. So if a man, a farmer, hired, or if a man hired a farmer or a cultivator, then we have these 8 signs that we talked about, written like this 8 times, which would have been etched in, to show 8. So if a farmer, 8 shegur. Shegur is Sumerian, and the Akkadian is 8 grain guru. 8, we could say 8 cores of grain. And the Akkadian, the Sumerian gur, G-U-R, is the Akkadian kuru, which is dry measure. So 8 dry measures, or 8 measures of grain. And then, if a man then hired a farmer, 8 measures of grain, 8 shekur, and then the next 2 signs are inna, for, or in, or per, in and then we have Sumerian again, mu, 1, come, meaning for 1 year, or per 1 year. Mu, 1 kam would be 1 year in Sumerian. It's often in Hammurabi's code there will be this intermingling of Sumerian and Akkadian. And then we finally come to the verb then, which is e na ad di ishum, and that would be normalized e na dishum. In other words, he shall give him. That is, if a man hired a farmer or a cultivator, 8 kuru per year he shall give to him. And here we have the verb natanu, to give. And so e na adi ishum would mean he shall give to him that amount. And here we have the G present or slash future, third masculine singular from nadanu. And what you have here is in na dinshum becoming in na dishum. That is, the in, the final consonant, is assimilated into the shum, the sheen, which causes the doubling. So innad din shum becomes innad dishum. That would mean he shall give to him. Shum is your dative singular pronoun, third person pronoun. So he shall give to him is the way we would render it. Think of the Hebrew natan, the pay noon verb in Hebrew, and I'll illustrate the same kind of thing. Yitain is the cow imperfect, third masculine singular from natanu. And so yintain becomes yitain. That is, the in assimilates into the tav in Hebrew. We have the same thing here with the D of in done assimilating into the sheen, shum, which is followed. He shall give to him. So to give it a translation again, if a man, a farmer hired or hired a farmer, 8 kur of grain per year, 8 kur, and this would be like a dry measure of grain per year, he shall give to him in nadi shum. So basically, what I find in doing the Akkadian grammar and bringing it back and reviewing it myself is that Hammurabi's code is one of the best ways, I think, to review and learn grammar, especially because some of the short laws. And that's sort of what I've been working on, just to look at vocabulary and to look at grammar. And in Akkadian, we have the G stem, the D stem, the sheen stem, and the N stem. And we talked about that when I did the epilogue of Hammurabi in the first tape that I did. Older books sometimes would have Roman numeral 1 for G, if my memory serves me correctly, Roman numeral 2 for D, 3 for sheen, and Roman numeral 4 for the N stem. But I was trained in just G stem, and then the D stem, followed then by the sheen, the causative, and the N stem. And that to me works better when I do comparative study with Hebrew. And so I appreciate learning that way. Thank you, and I hope this can be a help to somebody.